Oké, heel zachtjes. Het is de bedoeling dat jullie het niet horen. Hi Sarah. Okay, so there are many people tuning in later. So I know there are a few people who are not native speakers, so I'll switch to English. So welcome everyone, live or later this evening or tomorrow morning perhaps. I'm very happy that you're joining. This is yoga and strength building. It's not really a new class, it's more based on the yoga Pilates class, and I figured it would be nice, and it's really good to work on some strength building, and especially now that we're moving towards summer, we can use some heat and some strength, not only physical but only for the mind, also for the mind. So I'm gonna check one more thing. I see there's a chat coming in. Just want to make sure everything works, and then we're gonna get started. I cannot see. Hi, Stephanie. All right. So let's get something that resembles a block. You've heard it already, book or can be anything. And preferably it's something that's a little bit hard. Yeah, that's firm. All right. So let's get started. I want to dive right into the practice. So get on your back. Place your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. And then rest your hands on those bony bones at the front of your hips. And then I want you to place your thumb, so you have your fingers like this, on the floating ribs, so the bottom ribs. So I'm going to show you, you can see here, floating ribs and the bones at the front of my hip. Now, we're going to move here, arching the spine and rounding the spine, like we do a cat and dog tail on all fours. Do that many, many times in class. So start to rock your pelvis, tilting it forward, and then when we arch the spine, we move it backwards. So just explore this movement, staying here, and then feel how the pelvis is rocking forwards and back, and how this space in between the two fingers, the hip bones and the floating ribs shortens. And when it lengthens, we arch the spine. So when we shorten it, this is called the cat stretch. You round the back. And when we lengthen it, it's either called cow or dog. Yeah, so here, cats and cow and cats and cow. Now, it's not just a mechanic movement, so I really want you to integrate your core. So go deep to the center of your body with your awareness, and then see if you can move from the center of your body. And then let's add some breath. On the inhale, we arch, and when we round, we exhale. So inhale, arching, find your own rhythm. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. 4 more. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Now let's do one more. We inhale. And we exhale. And then we press the lower back down. Now stay here and exhale more. Round the spine more. So shorten that space between the hip bones and the floating ribs. Keep the shoulders soft though. Now breathe here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you release. Take a deep breath into your belly. Now the belly rises. And then exhale it out, soften it. Yeah. For now, get your block and then place your block in between your thighs or whatever it is that you're that you have as a block. And then find a neutral spine. So it's not cat and it's not cow. It's in between. And so you keep the natural curve of your spine, and at the same time, the belly draws in towards the lower back. And now firm the inner thighs into the block or into the book. Keep all this part steady and bring your arms straight up. Turn the palms in so they're looking towards each other. And then press your shoulders and shoulder blades down. And then lift them up. And then press them down. Lift them up. The rest of the body stays in the same position. Pull them down. Press them into the floor. Lift them up. And down. So we're actually doing also a cat and dog, like we do it on all fours, but now the focus is mainly on the upper back, the upper spine. Okay, down and lift the shoulders away from the floor. Press them down into the mat. Lift them up. 2 more, press them down and up. Press them down and up. Press them down, keep them down. And then bring the arms over your head. Nothing changing in the shape of your spine. Now press your feet down, press the inner thighs into the block. Circle the arms out to the side, tuck your chin in and slowly go all the way up. Now press the feet down, lift the chest, and then exhale, slowly lower down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring the arms overhead, press the shoulders down, strong arms. Circle the arms out to the sides, press the feet down, inner thighs into the block, and slowly roll yourself all the way up. And then exhale, slowly lower back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Arms move overhead. Circle arms out to the side, tuck the chin in, and slowly lift yourself all the way up. Now move the inner thighs into the block. 3 more, slowly lower. Arms reach overhead. Bring the arms out to the side, tuck the chin in, and slowly move all the way back up. Let's do 1 more. Slowly lower, press the feet down, move the hips into the block, reach arms overhead, and then exhale, circling all the way back up. Now we stay here, and we're just gonna come onto the tippy toes. So press the inner thighs down, and then either stay here, don't collapse in the lower back, but move the shoulders back into their sockets like you've been doing when you were lying down. Either stay here or lift your feet up for the first boat pose. Keep your feet really active, and now breathe. 8. 7, move the thighs in towards the belly, belly into the thighs. 6, 5, use the block. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now place the feet down, remove the block, take a big stretch, reach your arms overhead, inhale, and then exhale, release. And just place your feet down. Few windshield wipers, so dropping the knees, left and right. Get into your breath again. So make sure you keep the breath moving throughout this whole practice. Now bring your knees to one side and then slowly go all the way up. And then find your way onto your knees first. So we'll do a little warm up for the wrists because there will be some pressure on the wrist in the next few exercises that we're going to do. So interlace your fingers here and then press the palms out. Now also here you can move the shoulders forward or you pull them back into their sockets. So pull the shoulders back and press the hands forward, opening the wrist. Breathe into the wrists for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we release, and then the left hand holds the right fingers. You pull the fingers towards yourself, and at the same time, you press your wrists forward. Keep that right shoulder in and breathe. Lower that right shoulder down and keep it into the shoulder sockets. Okay, then release, we change. Right hand holds the left fingers. And then with the right hand, pull the fingers towards yourself and then press that left wrist forward. Now breathe into that wrist Keep reminding yourself that you pull that left shoulder back and you keep it down. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Now release, circle arms all the way up. And then exhale, bring your hands in front of your heart. Now come into all fours position. So spreading your fingers as wide as you can and then finding a little cat stretch in the lower back. See, not here, but I'm little cat, so I'm engaging my core. And then tuck your toes under. Keep your arms really straight and just shift the weight forward and back. Don't collapse in the hips. That's why you need this cat stretch. And then back. And forward and back. Forward. So keep pushing the floor away. It's like you're pushing yourself away from the mat, keeping the arms strong and keeping the shoulders engaged, keeping the core and the belly engaged. And then we're going to add little push-ups. But with these push-ups, you're not going to bring the elbows out to the side, but you keep them in. So we move forward and then we drop the shoulders, not lower than the elbows. We push up and then we go back. Forward, lower shoulders, push up, and we go back. And forward again, down. And remember, the pelvis, it's moving backwards. So we move into this cat shape to protect the lower back and to stay engaged in the core. Now we're going to add something. So we're going to do another push-up. And then we tip the floor with the elbows. Go back up. And the elbows stay in the same width, stay all the time. So it's about shoulder width when we go down here and when we touch the mat here. So 4 more. And down. Let's do 3 more. Push up and back. 2 more. Don't collapse and back. And then 1 more and back. Now we go back into all fours position, tuck the toes under, and then slowly bring yourself up into a downward facing dog. Now find your breath here. Feel free to move around. Get comfortable in this probably first downward facing dog of today. Keep pushing the floor away, using the strength of the arms and adding some strength in the legs. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now lift up your heels, step your right foot forwards, step your left foot behind your left hand, turn the toes a little bit out and then bring your hips all the way down. Keep your hands onto the mat, lift up your toes and then press the hips up. Just gonna repeat that for a few times. Now, I want you to go into the back of the glutes, your buttocks, and your hamstrings. So up and down. And up. Let's add some breath. And down. And up. Down. Up. And down. So we'll be doing some arm work today, creating strength for the arms. And this shape that we've been doing, bending the elbows, creating strength there. And you will see that back in many poses. In arm balances, of course, but also in a Sphinx pose or dolphin pose. The understanding and moving into back bends, keeping the same shape of the arms. 2 more. And then we'll also be doing some leg work. So we have a steady, strong foundation. Now go all the way down, take a Malasana here, bring your hands in front of your heart. Take a breather, reaching the crown of the head up. Now keep your toes up as well, so the feet stay rooted. Good, release the hands. Now 1 more time, lift your hips up. Feet hip width apart, reaching hard forwards, Ardha Uttanasana. And then you bend forward from your hips, full Uttanasana. Circle arms all the way up, you rise. And then exhale, hands in front of the heart.
Now a few sun salutations. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Step the right foot back. Lower the knee, arms rise. Inhale. Exhale, step back, downward dog. Move forward into plank, bring the knees down. Shift the weight forward, keep your elbows in. Do a half chaturanga push-up. Press yourself back up. Move back to downward dog. Step your right foot forward in between your hands. Look forward, step your left foot forwards and bend forward from your hips. Reach your arms all the way up. Inhale. And then exhale. Arms circle back up. Exhale, forward fold. Step your left foot back, big step. Lower the knee down, arms rise, inhale. Exhale, hands down, step back, downward dog. Forward into plank, lower the knees down. Make a chaturanga push up and back to downward dog. Left foot steps forward, lower, right knee down. No, don't lift it down, but step the foot forward. Reaching up, exhale, forward fold. Circle arms all the way up, you rise. Hands meet in front of the heart. And again, inhale, arms circle up. Exhale, forward fold. Step the right foot back. Now leave the knee off the mat. Arms rise, inhale. Bring the hands down, step back to downward dog. Exhale. Inhale forward into plank. Exhale, knees down. Push up and back to downward dog. Step the right foot forwards. Step the left foot forwards and bend forward from your hips. Inhale, circle arms all the way up. Bending forward, exhale. Left foot steps back. Leave the knee off the mat. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands down. Step back, downward dog. Coming forward into plank. Lower the knees. Half push up. Back to downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Right foot steps forward and forward fold. Inhale, arms circle all the way up. Exhale, hands meet in front of the heart. One more time. Inhale, arms circle up. Exhale, forward fold. Step right foot back. Arms rise up. Inhale, strong in the legs. Exhale, step back, downward dog. Forward into plank. Bring your knees down. Half push up. Back to downward dog. Step your right foot forwards. Step your left foot forwards and forward fold. Let the inhale bring you all the way up. And then forward fold again. Exhale. Left side. Step the left foot back. Arms reach all the way up. Exhale, hands down. Step back, downward dog. Forward into plank. Knees down. Half push up. Back to downward dog. Left foot steps forwards. Right foot steps forwards. Forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Hands meet in front of the heart. Exhale. Take a breather here. Maybe Ujjayi breath. Feel how the heart rate went up. How the breath changes. So we're building up some energy and we're creating some flow. Good. Now open your eyes and then we'll move into Utkatasana. So I want you to imagine you're sitting on a chair. So your hips are almost in line with your knees, and my knees are not in front of my feet, but I shift my shin bones back and I move my inner thighs in towards each other, like I'm hugging in the block. Now reach the arms forwards. A little cat stretch here, and then just move the hands back. And I want you to feel the muscles at the back and also the triceps. And then back up. Inhale. Exhale. Engaging the buttocks. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Now exhale, interlace your fingers behind you, a little opening for the shoulder, and rest your belly onto your thighs, forward fold. Lift the shoulders up out of their sockets this time. Deep inhale. Exhale, bend a little bit deeper. And then back to Utkatasana, arms go up, inhale. And now keep your left knee bent, step your right foot back. Make fists and exhale, step the right next to the left. And again, reach arms out and back. Inhale and strong exhale. Inhale, strong exhale. So you keep the Utkatasana shape in your left leg. And exhale. 3 more and exhale. 2 more, exhale. Last one, exhale. We step back again, and then we move the same way with the arms. Feel the back of the arms working. Forwards and back. Now move and work in that left thigh. Up and back. Up and back. Up and back. 2 more. And up and back. Up and back. Now we stay here. Turn the palms of the hands in towards each other. And then shift the weight forward. Fly up into Virabhadasana 3. So feel how that left leg starts to burn. Breathe into that. 6, move the palms of the hands closer towards each other. Keep that back leg really strong. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Utkatasana, both knees bent. We change, left foot back, reach it up. Left foot back, reach it up. Left foot steps back and up. Step it back and up. And back and up. Few more, come on. And up. And back and up. 2 more. Last one. Now we step it back and we move the arms forwards and back and up and back. Good. Up en back. En omhoog. En terug. En omhoog. Sterke armen. En terug. En omhoog. En terug. En omhoog. En terug. Laatste 2. Op. En back. And up. And back. Now we stay here. Turn the thumbs down. Bring the hands closer towards each other. Little cat stretch here. Shift the weight forward. Virabhadasana 3. Don't collapse into your right hip, but move the right hip into the center line. Now breathe. 3. And 2. And 1. Step it back first. Reach your arms up. Take a breather here. Inhale. And then back into Utkatasana. Exhale. Arms lift. 4 more. Exhale. Up and down. Up and down. Up, down. Last one. Up and down. Now find your hands behind you. Interlace. Place your belly into your thighs. And bend forward from your hips. Take a breather here. Lifting the shoulders up this time. Strong legs. You can lift up your toes to stay active in the feet. Then release the hands down. Now walk the feet a little bit wider again. And then drop the hips again. Press up and lower. Press up and lower. And from the feet, you press up and you lower. Again, few more. Come on. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. We stay in Malasana. Bring the hands in front of the heart. Take a breather here. Move the shoulders down the back and reaching the crown of the head up. Close your eyes for a moment. Find your breath. Breath is always moving. There's always the breath. Good. Bring your hands all the way down. Lift the hips up. Feet parallel. Reaching the chest forward, Ardha Uttanasana, and then bending forward from your hips again. Circle arms all the way up. You rise. And then bring your hands in front of your heart again. Good. Now bring both hands on top of each other. Doesn't matter which one is on top. Feet hip width apart. And then strong legs, move the hips forward and reach the arms back. Bring the hands down. Step back into downward dog. Bring the knees down. Bring your hands over towards your knees. And again, hands on top of each other, open and press the hips forward. Back down. Downward dog. And now you're gonna step or jump the feet behind the hands. Hands on top of each other, up and back. Step back to downward dog, lower the knees. And standing on the knees, open up here. Bring the hands forward, downward dog. Step or walk, hands behind the feet. Go all the way up, extend and back. Walk back, downward dog. Lower the knees down. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, hands forward, downward dog. And again, step or jump. Extend all the way out and down. Back to downward dog. Bring your knees down, standing on the knees. Inhale, open. And then just bring the hands forward and then stay up into your downward dog. Take a breather here, work your arms. 3 and 2 and 1. Now moving forward into a plank pose. So bringing your shoulders right on top of your wrists. Now also here, tilting the pelvis forward, or backwards actually. Not here, but here. Now push the floor away with your hands and work your legs. Stay here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knees down, bring your hands a little bit further forwards, and then drop your elbows down again, touch the mat. Go back up, so my hands, my wrists are in front of my shoulders, and I move up into a plank here, so it's a little bit of a weird shape. Now tilt the pelvis, push the floor away, inner hands into the mat. Stay here, staying here, strong in the legs. A few more breaths here. So don't collapse into the elbows. Draw the elbows in towards each other. Good. Now keep the hips up, lower the elbows down, and then extend again. Push back, touch the floor, and extend a bit again. This is really hard, eh? Bring the elbows down and extend again. 4 more. Down and extend. Keep your core engaged. Down and extend. Keep the elbows in. Down and extend. Now 1 more. Down and extend. Bring your knees down. Bring the forearms down. And then tuck the toes under. Come into a forearm plank. Now we're going to add a few pulsations here. So we're going to round into the upper back. Not necessarily sticking out the bum. Round into the upper back. And then straighten. We do 5. In lift and lower. And lift and lower. Keep your legs really strong. 3 more. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Last one. Lift and then lower all the way down. Stretch your toes back. Bring your elbows a little bit further forward. See, my elbows are even in front of my my shoulders. Press the inner hands down and find a little Sphinx pose. So lift yourself out of the pose and then press the hips down, press the thighs down while you're here. Breathe. Perhaps closing your eyes. Keep pressing the floor away and moving the shoulder blades down the back. Beautiful. Now you can stay here or press the hands into the earth and just extend your arms out. Don't lift the shoulders up into your ears, but pull them down the back. So create some space in between the shoulders and the ears. Good, now slowly lower. And then bring your hands underneath your shoulders. And bring yourself back up into all fours. So we go back into the same shape like we've been doing in the beginning. We move the weight forward so the shoulders move beyond the wrists, elbows are straight here, and I engage my core. And I do a little dip. I press myself up and I move back. Up, dip, and back. Up, dip, and back. 2 more, and up, we dip, and back. 1 more up, and we dip, and we move back up into downward dog. Now take a breather here, downward dog. Good, now moving forward into plank again. This time, move to the outside of the right foot, and you can keep your feet in the same line, or you stack your left foot on top of your right. Bring the left arm all the way up for this side plank, Vashisthasana. We're not going to stay for a long time because we're going to switch. You're going back to center, and then you place your left forearm down, and then you move to the other side. So move the heels to the left, and then bring the right arm up. So this is an elbow forearm plank, side plank. Bring the right hand down, right forearm down. So forearm plank on the other side, and then reach the left arm up. Now go back down, bring your left hand down, and then move the heels over to the left. So side plank on the other side. Bring your right hand down, take your normal plank. Now you can choose either to bring the knees down or keep the legs straight. Shift your weight forward like we've been doing on all fours, and then move down to your chaturanga. Press up, and then back to downward dog. Take a breather here, downward dog. Sigh it out. A sigh of relief. Catch your breath. Good. Now, feet together, bring your right leg all the way up. And then step your right foot in between your hands. Bring both arms up. So I want to go back into some leg work. Bring your arms back. Now move that right hip into the center line, really engaging the back of the left glute and your hamstring. Arms reach up. Back leg, the left leg is also working really hard. Press the heel back and press the thigh up. Exhale. Back up. Exhale. 4 more. Exhale. 3 more. Exhale. Leg starts to burn. Exhale. Now stay here. Turn the thumbs down. Keep your arms really strong and just pulsate the hands closer towards each other. Now make sure there's not too much cow, but add a little bit of cat. So you're going deeper into the back of the right thigh. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach your arms up. Now bring your hands in front of your chest. Turn the back foot in and open up for Virabhadrasana 2. Now lift up the toes of both feet. Both arms rise. Sit down a little bit deeper. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. And now we're just going to stay here. Don't collapse into the hips. Lift up your toes. Pick them up. Really working on those thighs, moving the right knee into the direction of the little right toe, and then moving that left hip more in. Press the thigh down and keep the outer back heel rooted. Arms stay up and soften your shoulders. Breathe deeply. You can imagine the breath runs through the front of the spine and through the crown of the head. It goes all the way down the exhale, down the back of the spine. Breath is moving you. Few more rounds here, legs working. Now while you're here for this last couple of rounds, imagine you want to drag the mat, the heels towards each other, but you're not going to do it. Or you're wearing roller skates, and if you're not pulling the heels in, and the legs working even harder, then you're just gonna go all the way into a split. So keep the legs working. Stay here, turn the right palm up, reverse your warrior, stay strong in the legs, and then exhale. Now turn your back foot in, so the toes are in line with the knees, and sit down, and then just move around. So creating some fluidity again, in the right hip, and just circle the arms up, hands down the front. Inhale, arms rise. And exhale, maybe sitting down a little bit deeper. Few more rounds, and then slowly finding steadiness in the legs, but the arms keep moving. Exhale. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to sweat. Sit down a little bit deeper. So we can move into flexibility, but we want to keep the strength. Very important to keep the balance between those two. It's not only creating flexibility or not only creating strength. They go together. Exhale. Interlace your fingers. Bring the palms all the way up and stay here. Close your eyes maybe. And just get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Building some strength for the mind as well. Good. Deep inhale. Breathe into the front and the back of your body, and then extend your arms out. Turn that back foot in. Bring your hands all the way down, come into the ball of the back foot, and then lower that back knee down. Ardha Hanumanasana. So this feels kind of nice, I would say. So breathe here. Move the right hip back and keep extending the front of your body. Good, and then step the right foot down. And just step back into downward dog. I'm gonna turn around. So feel free to do a vinyasa here. You can move forward and then with or without the knees. Do your chaturanga push-up. Back up and then back to downward dog. Good, now the left leg rises. Bring it all the way up. Step your left foot forward in between your hands. Now stay on the ball of the back foot. Come up and reach your arms up. Inhale. Keep that front knee bent and then bring the arms back. Exhale. So imagine you're resisting something underneath both hands. Here you resist. Feel the upper back muscles working. Inhale. Exhale. Now see if you can keep the space between the hip bones and the floating ribs. As in the beginning, if you can keep it equal, so it's not changing. Exhale. Inhale. Left leg working. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Right leg also working. Inhale. Now exhale, stay here. Bring the thumbs closer together. Keep your arms really strong and straight, and then start to crisscross. So behind my back, I'm doing this really short, really fast. And breathe. So it's not like this. Strong. Fierce. 6, 5. Keep on going. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach your arms up. Deep inhale. Hands in front of the heart. Turn the back heel in. And now open out into your Virabhadrasana 2 on the left side. Now get comfortable in this pose. Not too comfortable. Bring that left knee over towards your little left toe. Move that tailbone over towards the front knee. And the back thigh, the right thigh, spirals a little bit in. You move it back and you press the outer back heel into the mat. So your legs are steady as a rock. Now engaging the core, you can breathe. Breathe up, down the front of the spine. And it just circles down the back when you exhale. And then there's a little lifting down or moving down of the tail. It's not moving forward, but tail moving down. So follow the cycle of the breath and breathe. Steady breath. Good, you can do this. Keep your eyes really soft. Gaze in your eyes really soft. Even when it becomes more challenging. It's not only strengthening and training the body, more even it's training the mind. Strengthening the mind. Now, that visualization again, imagine you're wearing roller skates, and if you don't pull the inner thighs together without straightening your front leg, you will go right into a split. So get that action, inner thighs moving in without changing the position of your feet. Stay here, a few more breaths. Good. And then reverse your warrior. Stay steady in the legs, back to Virabhadasana 2. Turn the back foot in. So make sure the toes are facing in the same direction of the knees and lower down. Don't stick out your bum, but find a neutral spine. So the belly draws in, the pubic bone draws a little bit up, engaging the back of the glutes. Now bring the arms up, inhale. And then exhale, sit down a little bit deeper. And you can move around a little bit. Maybe you stay in stillness. Hands in front of the heart. Inhale, rising. Exhale. Inhale, rising. Exhale. So explore. You can stick your bum out or move it more in. Move more into the buttocks. Few more rounds. Come on. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good job. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Interlacing fingers. Bring the hands all the way up and drop your hips down a little bit lower. You can do this. You have this. Come on. 4. Breathe to the front and the back. 2. And there we go. Release back into Virabhadasana 2. Circle the hands down. Lower the back knee down. And then find your Ardha Hanumanasana. Take a breather here. I don't know how you are all doing, but I feel it's getting a little bit intense. Good. Now stepping forward. Plant your hands, step back into your downward dog. Now in the downward dog, so you can bend your elbows of your knees a little bit. Don't splay the elbows out to the side, just lower the elbows down so you get into a dolphin pose. See? So bring the floating ribs a little bit in. See, I'm collapsing in my back here. And then you extend your arms back into down dog. You move forward. And then you do this chaturanga dip again. Press up, back to downward dog, and bring the elbows down. Extend by pushing into the hands forwards. Then chaturanga dips. Keep your leg really strong. You can also bring the knees down. Bring the elbows down. Extend your arms. You can also be here. Bring your knees down. Here. And then you can do it like this even. Like this. See? So there's something for everyone. So strengthening the mind also means challenging yourself and move out of your comfort zone, away from your comfort zone. 2 more. Good, you can do this, you have this. Last one, and we dip. Now tops of the feet down, and then open up into maybe upward facing dog, or keeping the hips down and bending the elbows a little bit. And then find a child's pose, exhale. Now widen your knees as wide as the mat, and then place your hands on top of each other, resting your forehead down onto your hands. Take a breather here. Now you can stay here, or you're gonna move with me. So a few more exercises.
So let's cross the feet and then sit onto your bum. Now, place the feet down and then walk the legs more in. So the knees want to splay out. That's why we were using the block. So bring the inner thighs in towards each other. So just like explore that, experience that, bring the knees out. So we're sort of moving away from the core. And then when we bring it in, there's this little lift. And then we go down. And then here's this little lift. That's also what we do in arm balances. We go here, we lose it. When we draw the elbows in, we've been working on that. We bring the knees more, it lifts us up. It's almost Bakasana. And then down. And then in. One more time. Bring the knees in. And move the thighs into the belly, belly into the thighs. Hold the back of the thighs. See, I'm not here, but the thighs are really moving in towards the belly. And then lift my right leg up. My feet is active, my foot is active, and down. I lift my left foot up. And down. And up. Don't collapse into the upper back. Shoulder blades down the back. Belly strong, abdomen engaged. Up and down. Keep the inner thighs in, up and down. And then maybe without your hands. Right leg up and down. Left leg up and down. Right leg up and down. Left leg up and down. Now just bring both feet up. Inner thighs move in and reach your arms up. Spread your toes. Stay here. Belly into the thighs, thighs into the belly. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold the back of the thighs and just take a few rolls. And maybe you can balance on your sitting bones without the feet touching the floor. Maybe not even using the hands. 3 more. And 2 more. Last one. And then we roll all the way back down. Just take your knees in for a moment. Good, and place your left foot down. Extend your right leg all the way up. Interlace the fingers behind the right thigh. So if the hamstring is a little bit short, then feel free to bend the knee. Now press the thigh into the hands and press the ball of the right foot straight up. Couple of breathers here. Good. And then just release. We change, simple as that. We bring the left thigh in. We interlace the fingers behind the left thigh, and then we kick the left foot up. Now press the thigh into the hands and push the ball of the left foot up, but keep the shoulders down. Good. You place your left foot down. You bring your right knee in, and then with your right hand, you hold the outside of your right ankle and the inside of the just below the right knee. Yeah, and then extend the bottom leg out. Your leg is really strong, and then keep this inner rotation of your thighs. That's the lift. And then we change. Left hand holds the outside of the left ankle, and we're just gonna switch and switch and switch and switch. And switch, just keep on going. Switch, switch. You don't have to speed up that much. Just breathe and stay in a rhythm. Not too fast, not too slow. 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Just rest your head down, reach your legs up, and then point your toes, and then externally rotate the upper thighs. And then just little crisscrosses with your feet. And you're gonna speed up the movement. And your legs are not like this, like noodles, but they're really strong. Speed it up, come on. Press the sacrum down, press the lower back a little bit down, engaging the core leg really strong. Continue, come on, 6, 5, 4, small, fast movements, 3, 2, and 1, and then forward, back, 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 forward, back. Speed it up, come on. 3, 2, 1, and crisscross, 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 come on. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, come on. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then open your legs, and then draw the inner thighs in towards each other. Open the legs, legs strong, feet strong. Draw the inner thighs in towards each other. Open, slowly close. Open, slowly close. Open, slowly close. Keep your quadriceps engaged as well. And imagine you're pulling the thigh bones into your hip sockets and the inner thighs moving towards each other. It's almost like a magnet, pulling them in towards each other. 4 more. And back. Open and slowly back. 2 more, come on. Slowly back. Last one, slowly back. And then place the feet down. Take a moment to splay the knees out to the side. So just take a breather here. Breathe into the inner thighs, the groins. We've been doing a lot of contraction, moving the inner thighs in towards each other. And here you have expansion again. Releasing the contraction. Breathing perhaps a little bit deeper into this area. Creating some space again. Now stay here for a few more moments. Take a deep inhale down into your belly. And then just sigh it out. Do it again, slowly, deep in the inhale. Sigh it out. Oh, you can't hear it, but I'm playing some music in the background. I'm listening to Jimi Hendrix right now. It's a good idea to, if you follow online classes, to add some music for yourself. Music that inspires you. Okay, one more deep inhale. And when you exhale, slowly support the inner thighs back towards each other. And then place the feet hip width apart. And then the ankles are underneath the knees or a little bit in front of the knees. And then lift up your toes. And then rock the pelvis again. That's exactly where we've been starting. In the beginning, you rock. And on the exhale, round forward and back. And then we're going to make this movement bigger. And when we're first going to rock it forward, and when we rock it back, let the tailbone lead. So the tip of the tailbone moves up, and then slowly bring the rest of the spine up, vertebrae by vertebrae. And then the arms over your head, working the back of the body here. And then slowly bring the arms down and roll yourself down, vertebra by vertebra. And now arching the spine here, inhale. Exhale, we round, engage your glutes here, lifting, pressing up, and the arms overhead. Reach the highest point, back of the body working. And then slowly lower yourself back down, keeping the glutes engaged, and then slowly release, then you arch. And then we do it once more. So here we tilt the pelvis, we engage the glutes, the hamstrings, we press into the feet, the arms rise, and we find the top of this movement. Feel the back body working. And then bring the arms forward and slowly, I'm still working that back body. Roll yourself down, still engaging my glutes. And then I'm here, I'm releasing. I'm arching again. And I just find a neutral spine. I turn the palms of the hands up and extend the arms out to the sides. And just windshield wiper here. The knees left and right. And when you do that, you might also feel it's sort of a massage on the outer hips. It feels kind of nice. We also have been working quite some work in the glutes, also in the hips and the thighs. Good. And just extend your legs out. Now get as comfortable as you possibly can. Cover your body up with socks or blankets. Take up some space in your living room. Really go for this Shavasana. Getting comfortable. So we can only strengthen the body and the mind if we learn how to relax and how to recover from working, from thinking, from doing. Breathe into that. Deep inhale. And then let go on the exhale. Sigh of relief. Empty your lungs. And then when you think you've completely surrendered and you're letting go of muscular tension, there's always more, deeper to relax. Just relax 5% more. Again, relax. 5% more, letting go for another 5%. Feel free to stay here for as long as you like. I think Shavasana is the most healing part of the whole practice. And it's the part that's being skipped the most. And if you like to finish and this practice with me, and make your breath a little bit deeper and take another sigh of relief. It's really powerful to do that, to take a sigh of relief. Great way to empty your lungs and to really let go. And slowly start to move and eventually bring your way back up into a seated position. Close your eyes for a moment if you're sitting up with me. And take a moment to notice how this feels in your body. The movements you've been making, the exercises you've been doing, strengthening of the body, and in a way also strengthening of the mind. And a strong mind brings a strong body towards the other way around as well. Put your hands in front of your heart. I thank you so much for joining me live or later this evening, maybe tomorrow. I wish you the best day ever, or have a good night's sleep tonight. Namaste.